What is up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. We are live, and I think we actually successfully started this one correctly. So let's see. Yep, we got it. All right, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Hey, Niels Hahn. Hey, Ren Stocks. Hey, Treadle. How are y'all doing today? Hope everyone's doing well. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon down here in the South. I don't know how it is in y'all's area of the country or world, but it is beautiful down here in the South this weekend. It's been beautiful all weekend, basically. Hey, Gold and Silver, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well, my friend. All right. We got 6 people watching right now. Be sure to hit that like button, everybody, right off the bat so we can get this streamer rolling. But yeah, Saturday. Hopefully we're able to get some more people in here rather than like a normal weekday. Hopefully nobody has to work this weekend. But yeah, so pretty boring week as far as precious metals are concerned. Spot prices are all basically at their floats. Now gold's still basically at an all-time high, but platinum and palladium and not too much movement. Nothing really surprising. You got your 1991 Platinum Koala. Very nice, Ren Stocks. Very nice. That's a 1/10 ounce you got, right? Thank you, Homestead Aquarius. I do appreciate it, and thank you for being a member of the channel. Let's see here. Got your 1991 Platinum Koala. Very cool. I think you had mentioned to me that that was a 1/10 ounce Ren Stocks. Correct me. Yeah, you did. And I think you said you got it for like 135. Where on earth did you find that coin for that price? Because that is dang near impossible to do as far as I've seen. I mean, that's very rare. You must have found it somewhere unique and unordinary or inordinary. But yeah, go ahead and drop wherever it was in the comments section because I'd love to hear it. Treadle said, hi, thanks for showing the 1/25 ounce Platinum Philharmonic. I never expected the detail quality. Yeah, that coin was amazing. Honestly, I had forgotten how cool that was. Now, for some reason on the live streams, I'm not able to get like a very good shot of stuff. We'll see here if we can get it to focus. But realistically, this coin has some amazing detail. And yeah, it's not going to focus at all. I need to figure out how to better, I guess, live stream. But regardless, if you checked that video out, which I presume you did, it is a gorgeous coin. The detail is phenomenal. I mean, for such a small coin, I was not expecting it to be all that great, but it is. It is very, very cool. So you're welcome, Treadle. Thanks for stopping by the channel to watch that video and this live stream. Hey, Niels Hahn, how's it going? Buy silver, platinum, and crystallized osmium. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Treadle said, besides some special picks from YouTube, how do you plan with platinum on long term? Do you stack the cheapest platinum available, or do you plan to also add some collector coins? So, realistically, I plan, back in the day, I used to really pick up a lot of the collector stuff, and that was very cool, and that's a cool way of stacking platinum, if you will. I have no hate against people that stack the collector stuff, but I try to limit that as much as possible. Now, if I find an amazing deal on something that is a reasonable price, I'll pick it up. But what I've tried to do recently is to pick up stuff that I think will be collectible in the future rather than try to backtrack and pick up stuff that's already collectible, if that makes sense, right? Like I would buy random date proof eagles maybe if they were for a good price from a certain dealer online. But I wouldn't go out and pick a specific date that was low mintage and go and try to find that specific date and buy that specific date for collectability. That's just not my cup of tea. I am a stacker at heart with a little bit of a collector bug in me. Obviously, you can see different pieces. We've got Eagles, Britannias. We've got some custom pieces, Philharmonics, Isle of Man cat. Lots of different pieces we stack on this channel. But in my opinion, I stick to low premium, and that's my top priority when stacking platinum. Now, if I can find collectibles for low premium, I'll buy them. But if I can't, I'll just pass. Does that make sense? In the past, I've seen there's been multiple deals, but I've purchased even from places like APMEX that are just looking to unload inventory. They at one point had some 1/4 ounce proof eagles that were random date and without the box and original packaging, but they were basically the same price as a normal quarter ounce Eagle. So I went ahead and picked those up and had those for quite a while. Renstock said this guy sold it. It was listed that day. Wow. Just some random guy, I guess. Was it like on eBay or like a different outlet? Because I'd love to hear if it was somewhere other than eBay. Treadle said, I see. That's a good strategy. Yeah, I mean, personally, that's what I think, right? I used to really get big into the buying backdate stuff. Like the Britannias right now, I'm really kind of focusing on or paying more attention to because I'd love to have one of every year. And the years with that coin started in 2018. Now, if you watch closely on eBay or other marketplaces, occasionally either a dealer, or someone online will be looking to get rid of their backdated coin for very low premium. So I'll pick it up then, but I'm not going to pick it up for the high premiums that people that are willing to wait a little while longer to sell it are asking for. Does that make sense? Niels Hahn said, in my opinion, we're too late in the game to go for higher value platinum and just get as much as possible. Yeah, that's basically my strategy, Niels Hahn. Homestead Aquarius said, you and Neil and FOMO worked together on me. My first platinum ever is on the way. 1/10 ounce Britannia. Very nice, Homestead Aquarius. Very nice. Congratulations on that 1/10 Britannia. Did you get the current date year 2024 or did you get one of the older ones? Let us know in the chat. Rinstock said eBay. Okay, yeah, I'll have to take a look at that. Let me see if I can see that under sold listings because, man, you got lucky with that one. I would have loved to have caught that. But you snooze, you lose, right? Pretty much. That's how the world is. You got to be on top of your game if you want to get those good deals. Let's see. Sold listings, completed listings, ended recently. Let's see if we can find the old koala that went for a really good price. Not really seen it as of late. Just quickly kind of glancing over at it. But I suppose I could look further in depth. However, great buy nonetheless, Renstocks. So now you have two and getting your third koala. Very nice, very nice. Keep stacking those koalas, especially at the low premium that Liberty likes to just dump them off at. You know, interesting thing about that, by the way, y'all, is the Liberty coins, if you go on there and you try to add them to your cart, you can kind of see what their inventory is looking like on those coins. All you have to do is put like a ridiculous number, like 1,000, and it'll either say pick a lower number or go ahead and add it to your cart. And so they seem to have a ton of kookaburras and a ton of koalas, but not a lot of 2024 Britannias, which is interesting. The Mint must sort of sanction those out more scarcely amongst all the dealers, which I think is an interesting point. Treadle said, at the moment, I buy only 1/10 ounce platinum coins. 1/4 is 2.5 1/10 ounce. It depends on how price goes. At the end, it would be a nice supplement to the pension, additional to the gold and silver. Yeah, you know, for the price of 2.5 1/10 ounce coins, you realistically are not really saving a whole lot going with the quarter ounce because there's not a lot of quarter ounce availability, right? There's just the Eagles, and I think they made a quarter ounce Noble or something, but there's not a lot of quarter ounce platinum coins per se. So the 1/10 ounce is really the best bang for your buck on fractionals and platinum. Obviously, a 1 ounce is going to be the lowest premium, but you can find some 1/10 ounces for not too terribly addition of a premium. And, you know, if you have to wait an entire year to save up $1,000 just to buy 1 ounce and then platinum at the end of the year has already increased $300 or $400, you really kind of lost out and missed out. Instead of just buying 1/10 ounce earlier on, right? Is my opinion. Niels Hahn Dynasty will do. Okay. 1/10 ounce platinum is the cheapest way to buy platinum on a budget, in my opinion. Yeah, it is, Niels Hahn. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. Renstock said, what should I get next? 1 and 10th ounce wise. You know, Renstocks, did you get one of those flamingos? Because I've been really eyeballing that, and it looks like JM Bullion's stock has shriveled down to about 6 coins left. So that's really what I've been eyeing, and that probably will be my next pickup, so y'all stay on the lookout for that next pickup video. But that coin is very, very cool, and it's a little bit higher premium. I get it, but it's 1,000 mintage limit, and it's a 2-year-old coin at this point. So once JM Bullion sells out, I think the premium is going to go up on that substantially over time. I think if you buy one of those remaining 6, you could instantly probably flip that for 150, 160 bucks, and it's listed at 139 and some change right now. So I think that's an instant increase on your investment, Ren stocks. But yeah, that would just be my pick, especially for you. I mean, the kookaburras and the koalas, you can't go wrong with those, and I'm going to keep stacking those as long as Liberty has them at such a low price. But every once in a while, I like to throw a few dollars extra in and just get something cool. So that's probably what I'll be looking at next, is that flamingo. Now that I've got an entire ounce or a half ounce of kookaburras and a half ounce of koalas, yeah, I'm looking at that flamingo real hard. I'd really like to get something like that. And realistically, when you account for the fact that it comes encapsulated and everything, a capsule will run you like $1. So really, you can kind of shave that off, and I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. But that's just my take. But yeah, so that's a pretty cool coin that JM Bullion's really been sitting on that inventory for quite some time. I think that the price on their website is just way too high of a premium. For some odd reason, it's $20 lower than what they sell it on their website. I guess it's just one of those eBay, closeout eBay only price. That's what it says on their eBay listing. So it kind of makes sense a little bit, but it kind of is surprising. 1,000 is really low. I might get 2. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea to get 2 of the flamingos. To flip one later on, or even just hold it for like a year and then start an eBay auction and see where it goes. You never know. You could buy it for 140 this year and sell it for like 180 next year, which is an increase in profit. And then you flip that into more platinum. I mean, you just grow and grow and grow. That's what investing is all about, really. Dividend reinvesting and stuff like that. It's kind of like dividend reinvesting, buying a platinum piece and then selling it later on once it's worth more. Hey there, Mayoshi. Good to see you. Wow, it's been a while. It has been a while, but it's good to see you. Thanks for stopping by the live stream today, Mayoshi. I do appreciate it. I can remember way back in the day, you were one of my loyal followers from the early days. Hey, Mr. Bob, how's it going? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. I think you had mentioned you had just got the Platinum Flamingo, right? Me and Ren Stocks were just talking about what we should look at next, or he had asked me that, and I said that was a decent coin that I am definitely eyeballing very closely. Mayoshi Bullion said, I have 40 pieces left in the 100 pieces of platinum challenge. Wow, that's crazy. 60 pieces of platinum. Incredible, Mayoshi, incredible. Congratulations on that. That is super, super cool. That is super awesome. I hope you are doing well. Hope you are doing very, very well. I'm glad to see you're still stacking it and still hanging in there. So, super cool, Mayoshi. Super, super cool. Let's see here. Yeah, Mr. Bob, Mayoshi's in here blowing kisses to everybody. All right. We got about 12 people watching right now. Pretty average. Not bad. Can't complain at all. We'll probably run this stream for, I don't know, another hour or an hour and maybe 15 minutes or something like that. But yeah, y'all, it has been interesting. Platinum is back at its float at $900 an ounce. Palladium's back at $1,000 an ounce. Gold's floating around $2,000 an ounce. And silver's at $23. Extremely boring week. But who knows what next week will hold. We'll just have to wait and see. Another interesting point is we've got U.S. elections coming up. Not really looking to talk too much about politics on this channel, but it does have an impact, I believe, on markets and things like that. So that'll be interesting to see and kind of follow closely, I think, for all the precious metals, because it definitely can have an impact depending on policy of whoever is in power. Let's see, 40, lucky I have 3. Ren Stocks, you have so much time on your hands. It's unbelievable. You will get there one day, my friend. Trust me. I know you will. And good on you for creating a channel at such a young age and talking about something legitimate rather than just making dumb dances to dumb music for likes on the internet. You really are something to be proud of, being a part of the next generation and already starting off on such a good foot, my friend. So good on you. Treadle said, I found after a quick search no upcoming Koala or Kookaburra Platinum coins from 2024, probably later this year. Yeah, they probably will be later this year. That's what I'm thinking too, because, well, I don't really know why, but I wonder when the 2023 Kookaburra and the 2020 or the recent Koala was actually released, because that would be interesting to compare and contrast on when the dates are going to be for each one. But yeah, a lot of the 2024 stuff seems to be delayed quite a bit, or at least not announced. The Britannias have come out, so the Royal Mint's already cooking them things out. But it is interesting. It is very interesting. Join the 100 Pieces of Platinum Challenge by the Platinum Beast at Renstock. Yeah, 100 Pieces of Platinum Challenge. Dang. I wonder, how many did I get up to? I can't even remember at this point. I mean, that was something else. You know, I don't even know how many pieces of platinum I have at this point. I haven't counted in quite a while. Let's see. Platinum Kook would be so awesome. Full ounce. Yeah, Stack Refractor or Factor. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. Thanks for joining the stream. I do appreciate it. You recently made a video showcasing some very beautiful platinum koalas. And you've got the big 1 ounce koala, and you've also got the little 1/10 ounce, which is pretty cool. But yeah, thanks for that shout out in your video, my friend. I do appreciate that. But yeah, a full ounce platinum koala or kookaburra would be very awesome. You know, I was always a fan of one of the platypuses that they had back in the day. They don't make them anymore. The Perth Mint decided to flip over to their kangaroo, which is their standard bullion that they released. They decided to just go ahead and make it continuous across all 3 metals. However, I would love to give a backdated platypus at some point. The Perth Mint also seems to really like the Lunar Series for the full ounce coins, which is interesting because they made the 1/10 ounce. I believe they made the Lunar Series in 1/10 ounce gold, maybe 1/4 ounce. I can't remember exactly. Maybe one of the gold stackers can chime in, but they decided to do 1/10 ounce koalas and kookaburras and then full ounce Lunar Series. I think that's just really, really interesting. The Platinum Roos look good too, way better than the Silver. Oh yeah, the Platinum Roos are gorgeous, gorgeous coins. I would love to get one of those too. The Platinum Kangaroo, I think that's a very, very cool coin. I was actually surprised at how much I like that one because the Platinum or the Silver Kangaroos are just bleh. Like they're just the most boring thing, usually the lowest premium. At least for me, I don't really like them that much. But the Platinum Kangaroo is just a slightly darker color, and it's just like, it's gorgeous, I think. That's how I got to 60 pieces of fractional stacking with platinum. Yeah, I mean, setting a goal of having 100 pieces of platinum is a decent goal to set, and that's a decent way to kind of motivate yourself to get to 100 pieces of platinum, for sure. I'm going to trade silver to platinum. Thoughts? Okay, Renstocks, I'm going to ask you this question since you just asked me that. What does your silver stack look like right now? How many ounces do you have, if you don't mind sharing that information? Because that's really what's going to depend on whether or not that would be a decent or smart move. I mean, honestly, I'm obviously the Platinum Beast, so I believe in platinum wholeheartedly. But, you know, if you only have a little bit, that could really determine whether or not I believe that would be a smart move. Realistically, I tell most people to just buy all 3 metals and just continuously add over time. Right now, I'm not buying gold, though. It's so high. I would buy silver if I wasn't just so focused on platinum. Trade gold for platinum right now is a great move. Yeah, if you have gold, that would be a decent platinum flip. 27, so like 4 1/10 ounce coins. You've got 27 ounces of platinum. Let's see here. Do a little quick math. or no, 27 ounces of silver. Excuse me. 26 ounces or 27 ounces of silver, 621. So 4 10 ounce coins. Well, silver's really not doing anything, and I have time to try something more risky. Yeah, you do. That is very true. You are extremely young, which is not a bad thing. Totally a good thing. Would you trade it into platinum? Get more silver. Yeah, the thing about it is silver is an interesting sort of metal, right? It stays at its float for so long. Let's see if I can pull up a chart here. But I remember back in the day when we were all just begging silver to hit $20 an ounce. And then it did, and it's stayed at above $20 an ounce since around year 20, August of 20. So, and that could be its new float just simply based on inflation is what I personally believe. But $20, so, I mean, okay, aside from the 2011 craziness, it took silver about 2026 or 2006, so about 14 or 15 years to break into that $20 range and have its float sit there. So realistically, so that's what it took silver. So if we take a look at palladium or platinum, to break into its $1,000 float range, it took right about it for the first time ever. It hit $1,000 at 05. So about 19 years, it's been floating at $1,000. But previous to that, I can't really go back too far in the history, but I mean, I would just continue to add, honestly, REN stocks. I don't think either metal is really going to move in a time frame that it would be worth flipping, right? Like Niels Hahn said, gold, flipping gold into platinum. Yeah, you're right, Niels Hahn. You're right. It did reach $2,230 an ounce in 2008. I was just talking more so about the float. That did happen, but it didn't last very long. And then it went back up to over $1,500. But I was just talking specifically about $1,000 because that's what we've been floating at for quite a while. Since about 2015 is when it really kind of turned down to $1,000 an ounce. And that's what we've been floating at. I totally believe it's going to go way back up. However, as far as REN stocks and his question, if he should flip silver into platinum, I don't think so. I think you should just continue to add to both, honestly. And if you want, you could just continue focusing on silver, or platinum, excuse me, since you only have, I believe you mentioned 2 or 3 1/10 ouncers. Get yourself an ounce of platinum. Set yourself a goal for 100 ounces of silver, an ounce of platinum, and an ounce of gold. Maybe. I wouldn't buy gold right now personally, but you can set that goal regardless and just wait for the price to go down. But right now, I would set a goal of an ounce of platinum and 100 ounces of silver. I think that's a solid base, especially for someone your age and stacking. I mean, obviously, you can see here, I've got an entire ounce of Perth mint in this tube that I've acquired over, I don't know, I just started stacking these little things maybe 2 or 3 months ago. So I've got a full ounce of the Perth mint stuff. So it's just been adding and adding. So pick up a 1/10 ounce platinum and then pick up 2 or 3 ounces of silver if you can get it with free shipping or whatever. There's lots of deals like that on eBay, 3 ounce generics, or Golden Eagle coin still has $99 free shipping. So if you get yourself like 3 ounces of silver, a 1/10 ounce of platinum, and then 3 ounces of silver, and then 1/10 ounce of platinum, and then 3 ounces of silver, at some point you'll have 100 ounces of silver and you'll have an ounce of platinum, which is solid, an absolute solid base. And an ounce of gold would be nice too. But again, my own personal opinion on gold is it's going to go back down below $2,000 an ounce at least one time, at least this year. Last year we started out, or excuse me, let's see. Last year we hit $2,000 an ounce in May, and then we broke back up above $2,000 an ounce in December, okay? But there was a large gap between May and December where it was down, 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 down. So I could see that happening again. Maybe it's a shorter gap, but it's going to happen. So that's really what I'm waiting on gold. So I might pick up some gold in the summer if it's down low enough, but I have 5 grams of gold only. Well, hey, that's more than a lot of people, man. I mean, the amount of people I drive by on the road that are literally have nothing, like literally nothing to their name. 5 grams of gold is actually a lot more than most people. So you're already doing all right. And you being the age that you are, you know, gold, if you hold that for 50 years, that'll be worth something substantial, right? More than whatever money you put into it, for sure. So hold on to that gold if you can and just keep on stacking, my friend. Whew. But we have been going and going. This live stream's fun, though. Y'all are asking some really good stuff. Hopefully we'll see some more people pop in here. Who knows who might show up. I'd love to see Uncle Sal show up. He's been a loyal follower of mine. He's such a good guy. I love his content and the stuff he posts on his channel. Super, super cool. Stack silver, then platinum. Yeah, Niels Hahn, that's a solid approach. Niels Hahn Dynasty. I agree that silver will bring better returns. It has the highest chance of doubling out all the metals, in my opinion. Yeah, Stacker Fracker, or I keep saying Stacker Fracker. I always think of fracking with precious metals. Stacker Factor. Yeah, you know, that is a possibility, but we're gonna really have to see something external cause that to happen. I think inflation will drive the price up, but we're gonna need to see some type of industrial use or some type of something or another to see that happen. Now, a lot of people say that the price is manipulated and held down and they're just waiting to let it go. But if that's true, they're just going to keep on doing it and keep on buying and flipping and keep on profiting without ever sending it to the moon. They have no real reason to if that's the case. That's just my opinion, but on that topic. But you could be right. You could be very well right, Stacker Factor. And that's why I told Renstock really is to, you know, set yourself a goal of 100 ounces of silver and an entire ounce of platinum, because that is a solid base, in my opinion. And you can get 1/10 ounces over time, and you can get 1 ounce silvers over time. It really just setting yourself up to have that round of a number, I think is an easy sort of goal to achieve. I'm looking at my stack right now. So fun, and I always want more. I know, Renstock. I know the feeling. I always look at my stack, and I'm like, man, I want more too. And so I usually buy some more. Osmium in crystalline form has gone up 15% annually, just saying. Okay, well, that's interesting. 1-to-1 isn't a bad ratio for Ren. I'm probably like 6-to-1. Okay, so 6 ounces of silver for every ounce of platinum Stacker Factor? Is that what you're talking about? Because I was suggesting to Ren 100 ounces of silver to 1 ounce of platinum. Just based on the price differences and picking it up. Okay, 6-to-1. That's not bad at all, Stacker Factor. That's a pretty solid approach. Talking, dollars. Oh, okay, dollars. 1-to-1. Okay, interesting. 100 ounces of silver for 1 ounce of platinum is good in my opinion. Yeah, I think so too. The more things of value you stack, the more combos are possible for doing trades. Holding only 1 or 2 things seriously limits possibilities, especially when trading can be slim margins. Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly, Homestead Aquarius. Totally agree. That's why I stack all 3 metals. I have stocks, I have cash, and high interest savings. I've got different businesses. I'm just kind of diversifying all over the place, right? So I am a big proponent on diversify. I know my name's the Platinum Beast, but I try to tell people as much as possible that it's not just all about platinum. Platinum is a great metal, but it's not just all about it. Niels Hahn, you do not care for gold. Okay, Niels Hahn, do you have any gold, or do you just like not care that much for it, right? Do you not care at all for it, or do you not care that much? Renstock said, I like the idea. You don't have any gold, Niels Hahn? Wow, that's interesting. I mean, more power to you, my friend. And if that's your strategy, then that's pretty cool. But that is pretty bullish on platinum. But I like it. I like it. I like your style. Rinstock, I like the idea of playing the GS gold to silver ratio. Yeah, that's a pretty solid play, I think, to play. Watching them get closer and then flipping and then further and holding and buying and flipping and that kind of stuff. That is kind of fun to do back and forth. Stacker Factor said, premiums are hard to get away from even with investing. I have a IUL and you pay premiums up front every month. Okay, interesting. Yeah, they are. They are. I mean, everybody's got to make a little money, right? Somehow, some way. Treadle said the problem with silver is also the weight. If you have enough space in a car, probably fine. Silver would be, on the other hand, better for barter and monetary crisis. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Once your stack gets so big, you're going to have to flip to something else, right? Or just have it take up half your household. Because, and it's so heavy and it's such a cumbersome thing. I mean, and realistically, if you use your stack as like your emergency fund, right? Something that you're holding and you would put towards some kind of crazy medical expense or some kind of unforeseen disaster you've had to endure, taking, 1,000 ounces of silver to, a pawn shop or a LCS or whatever. If you go to a pawn shop, make sure they're at least reasonable. Most of them aren't, but I have LCSs near me that the name of their business is pawn, but it's not. They're legit. They pay like almost spot for bullion. Regardless, taking all that into a dealer is just ridiculous. Whereas if you just took a few gold coins worth $4 or $5 or $6 or $7,000, and you could fix your car or fix your health or whatever issue you have, that's something to think about. I sold most of my gold too. Very little left. Stacker Factor. Very nice. Very nice. Selling at the all-time high. Not a bad approach. I mean, y'all, I know I have gold and I stack gold, but it's really on the back of my mind. It's never been my top priority. I just like to have a little bit in the stack. Mr. Bob says I stack brass. Nice. Same, my friend. I stack brass too. It's very valuable. And during the year 20, it was very valuable. More valuable than gold. I mean, people were flipping that stuff for like double the price. It was insane. Homestead Aquarius said, imagine playing cards and only trying to win by playing one suit every hand. Don't be devoted to only one suit. Play all the cards, try to win that way. This is my thinking. Yeah, smart. That's a great example too, and a great way of thinking about it. Niels Hahn said, 1,000 ounces of silver could go a long way to repairing electronics in an SHTF. That is very true. Very, very true. And a lot of people don't think about that stuff as the industrial side of platinum and silver in a SHTF scenario. People say, oh, no one's going to want that. Like, it's not going to be worth anything. But the thing about it is, I mean, yeah, it actually probably could in an industrial sense, which is where kind of gold hurts a little bit. But I think gold would still be valuable in that type of scenario. Renstock said, I'll be honest, stacking 100 ounces of silver seems harder than doing just 1 ounce of platinum. Silver premiums, it's hard to make money. Yeah, you just gotta shop the deals, Renstocks. I mean, you just gotta really hone in and find. Gold doesn't have that many uses, Renstocks. But the thing about it, when I think of an poop hits the fan scenario is, I think people will still know what gold is, and there'll still be some rich people that want all the gold. Even in an apocalyptic world, there's going to be some guy or gal who is just so smart. They build like a society, like if you ever watch a show like The Walking Dead or something, they always come across these like communities, and there's always some head of the community, and if it's a good community, they're all working together or trying to, and if it's a bad one, there's some like king or queen. And even though gold's worthless, that bad person, probably still want it. So something to think about. But yeah, like Renstocks, if I go to findbullionprices.com, we can see where we can find, generally speaking, the cheapest silver bullion. And so, like, most of this stuff is like kilos and things like that, which is, I don't really suggest all that kind of stuff. But If we go to 1 ounce specifically, we can see Provident Precious Metals has 1 ounce rounds random for 98 cents over spot. That's a 4% premium. That's not too bad. Minimum shipping is $1.99, but for $24.14 per coin or $25.15 per coin if you use credit card, that's not too terrible. 100 ounces of that would be like $2,500 over time, obviously. But it's pretty easy to find some reasonably priced silver. You just kind of got to look a little bit harder. Let's see. I would buy osmium, but the problem is I've seen people try to sell it and only get 70% at best of what they paid. Yeah, that's a tough sell. Unless you're selling to a refiner or something, most people aren't going to want that, unfortunately, Stacker Factor. But I mean, if there are refineries that buy precious metals and all the platinum group metals at like 90 to 95% of their value, right? Because they're going to melt it down and send it off to companies that use that stuff. So I guess you could get your money or most of it back out of that, but you just have to wait till it goes up in value quite a bit. Pair the electronics in your solar panels type of stuff. In Poopista Fan, you won't land in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Renstocks. You won't want. Are they any condition? Yeah, like the Provident Metals deal. Yeah, 1 cent. Yeah, very condition. I mean, yeah. So it might not look pretty, but it's silver. I mean, and that's what stacking's really all about. Let's see here. Well, you want. Oh, you'll want land in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, in a Poopista Fan scenario, you'll want your own property. So hopefully you've purchased some type of piece of land out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, I'd love to do that one day. Just purchase some middle of nowhere land with like a house and stuff, and just kind of even make it like in the meantime like a vacation type of place, because I love being in the middle of nowhere. I don't live in the middle of nowhere. I live in a major city, but I'd love to live in the middle of nowhere, or at least have some property I could escape to out there. All right, I'm looking at 300 acres in I assume you're talking about Alaska. Very nice, Niels Hahn. I'd love to visit there one day. Hopefully I'll be able to make it out there one day, but that'd be a pretty solid place to have some land, honestly, because that's probably going to be the last place affected by most issues going on in the world. Your only concern is your neighbor, Russia, but even they are going to overlook that for other places. Are there any conditions? Sorry I'm late. What's up, PT fam? What's up, Shadow Work? How's it going, buddy? Very nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for dropping by. I do appreciate it. Renstock said, I'm looking at 10 acres. That's why I stack. Hey, Renstock, that's a solid thing, right? If you stack for the next 5 years, right, my friend, because I believe you had mentioned your age somewhere, but I believe in about roughly 5 years or so, your life will change quite a bit. And if you have a nice healthy stack by then, man, I'm telling you what, you'd be able to get yourself some land. Even if you just wanted to get like a loan against your stack and then buy the land and then, or whatever. It all depends on interest rates and stuff. But you would have the savings for it for sure, my friend. And that's not a bad flip either. Flipping your stack into some land. A lot of people don't think of that type of flip, but that's pretty solid as well, because land kind of goes up in value with inflation, just like everything else, and especially precious metals. Oh, Alabama. Oh, Niels Hahn. Nice. Alabama. Also nice, right? Not Alaska, Alabama. Alabama's a solid place too. I love it out there. I love going to Alabama. I don't go very often, but I do love it over there. It's good people. It's good food. They got good barbecue. Most people don't know about Alabama barbecue, but that's some good stuff. I tell you what. All right. For anyone wondering when it will hit the fan, it already has. Engage your plans now. Well, I mean, I suppose that is true, and that is a strong possibility. We could see some crazy stuff going on. I mean, we already are across the world, right? Different things going on in different places that are looking very strange, to say the least. Um, but yeah, in my opinion, the dollar we have will change this year. Recently, I had an emergency situation. The first I sold was 95% gold. That was easy and made zero losses. Next, I sold bullion coins with 15% loss. Now it's fine again. I realize the expensier collector coins is more difficult to sell one by one when you need quickly money, so I did not. Yeah, I realized that too a while back, Treadle, is if you need money fast, you're not getting any of that premium out for those collectible pieces. It's just purely what is in this coin metal wise, what's its weight, this is its value, boom. That's what most dealers and LCSs and everything are going to do to you. Now, you might be able to negotiate with an LCS who's keen about certain things and figure something out above the spot price, depending on what you have. But realistically, in a fast scenario where you just need cash now, not going to happen. Homestead Aquarius said everyone's mileage will vary, but yeah, it's here. Shadow Work said, I work and pay my taxes. I vote and I stack eagles. That's the extent of my patriotic duties. Well, thank you, sir. um, that's pretty noble of you. Pay your taxes, vote, stack eagles. Doesn't get any more American than that, pretty much. Niels Hunt said, I'm getting back $3,500 from Taxman this year. Very nice, very nice. You got any plans for that money, Niels Hunt? You gonna buy something for the stack, or you got it going somewhere else? Let us know. Let us know. Ben Stock said, what's the average cost for 1 10th koalas like the older ones? Those are typically, I see them go for about what an eagle goes for, okay? So these 1 10th eagles typically go for 160, 170, 180. 160 is really on the low end. So 170 or 180. So a 1 10th old koala, I definitely see that going for above my own personal threshold of 150. So that koala you got on a steal of a deal, you could probably already flip that for a decent profit if you wanted to. Now, me personally, I'd probably hold on to it because I got it for such a good deal and it's just such a cool coin. But if you wanted to, you probably could flip that for a profit at around 160 or 170 and then get an ounce of silver and a kookaburra or something. You never know. But yeah, that's one way you can do it. Homestead Aquarius said Stacker Factor. I can't imagine living in that. What did Stacker Factor say he lived in? I couldn't even see. Let's see. California cities are war zones. Hard to walk around without tripping over a fent attic. Oh, man. Oh, man. That's rough living out there, man. That is rough, rough, rough. Come over here to the south. We'll treat you right. I promise. I think you'll love it. It's a great little place down here in the south. Doesn't really get much better than this, if I'm being honest. All right, let's see. Make a lightning crystal box in Alabama along the Gulf Coast. Ooh, yes. Alabama has, that's the hidden gem of the South, I'm telling you. A lot of people like to go to Destin, Florida, or Panama City Beach. But that Gulf Coast, Gulf Shores or whatever in Alabama, ooh, that's the hidden gem of the South right there. That's where people that go that are from the area, right? Like you from Alabama and you know about that, and that's where you go. But that's a nice, nice, nice area. I love it down there. Let's see. I love land as a hard asset. Definitely not into real estate other than needing a roof over my head. Well, that's a solid approach. Shadow work. Stacker Factor said, when I was younger, you didn't see many homeless people and never a homeless woman. Dang. It's crazy how quick things can change when people in charge decide to make dumb decisions, right? Homestead Aquarius said, I'm in Alabama on cheap land that's paid for. Cheap living. Not the best place, but at least it's not an expense. Yeah, I mean, if you're not paying for where you're living, that's not a bad place to be at all. Because, nowadays, everybody goes into debt for stuff that they really can't afford or really puts a strain on their life and their relationships and everything. And then they end up getting divorces or whatever and losing it all anyway. So just count your blessings, I guess. Neil Son said, fly down there, build it, leave 2000 approximately. Yeah, that's pretty solid. Pretty solid. What state are you in, Beast? I'm over here in Georgia, actually. I am in Georgia. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm over here in Georgia. Been here all my life. Stacker Factor Beast. I'd love to come to the South. Can't sell the wife on it though. Oh man, man, that's a tough one. Stacker Factor. That is a tough one. Hey, just sell her on the fact that you could buy a house twice what you got out there in California. I guarantee it. I guarantee you could sell whatever you're living in and have twice as much out here in the South. And the people are way nicer. Oh my gosh, there's just so much going for it. How can you not sell it? It's got to be like family or something, which if it is, I understand. I understand that completely. Grew up in Pensacola, Florida. Oh, that's a nice area too, Niels Hahn. That's a very nice area. That's kind of a hidden gem too. You got like the Christian University down there and stuff, but not a lot of people talk about Pensacola much or going there. Alabama owns the Florida Panhandle along with Georgia and Mississippi. Yeah, they pretty much do, man. They pretty much do. You go into, well, actually, realistically, from Jacksonville to the Panhandle is really the South. And then when you go south of that and Tallahassee and Gainesville and stuff, it starts to get a little different, right? At least I think. That whole area, that whole tri-state South area is interesting. I really like Dothan, Alabama and stuff like that. I love those towns. Open the window in the wintertime, Stacker Factor. Yeah. Beast, what's the best place on the coast in Alabama? Orange Beach? I mean, Orange Beach is nice, don't get me wrong, but I like Gulf Shores, honestly. I really like Gulf Shores. It's a really, really nice beach. It's a really nice area. But anywhere on that Alabama coast is really going to be a lot better than the Florida ones because, well, Pensacola, hold for Pensacola because Pensacola is pretty secluded. But I am personally one who, when I go to the beach, I want to get away, and going to those Alabama beaches really is getting away. Whereas, I mean, Panama City and Destin, they're nice, but they're really touristy and they can get really crowded during holiday times and stuff. So for me personally, I like Gulf Shores, but Orange Beach is nice. Orange Beach is very nice. Let's see. 36 per year on taxes. That's it. Nice, Homestead Aquarius. Nice. Also, I believe I remember reading that Alabama has the lowest property tax in the entire country, if I'm not mistaken. So that's a bonus for Alabama, if I'm being honest. Orange Beach and the Pink Pony Bar or the Florabama Bar. Yeah. My newest video is about 600 views, most I've gotten. Well, that's okay, Renstocks. You'll grow. You'll get there, my friend. You will. It just takes time, and just keep posting and keep posting and keep posting and keep posting. It just takes time, I mean, my channel has grown to what it's been because I spent like a whole year posting every single day. Or a little over a year, I think, maybe even like a year and a half or something. So that's how I was able to grow my channel to what it is now. And then I even took a break and I come back and it's still lots of people involved and stuff like that. So you'll get there, Renstocks. Just keep posting, my friend. Just keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. That's really all I can suggest because the algorithm is just a mess. You'll never figure it out and you'll never be able to figure it out. But a video every day. Yeah, well, it burned me out after a year and a half. That's why I took a year or more break. Was because it just burned me straight out. I was like, I don't have anything more to talk about. So I just had to kind of cut it off and take a long break for a long time. But I'm back. I'm back and I'm better than ever. Let's see here. Emmett Smith, Roy Jones, Roman Reigns, all from Pensacola. Nice. Very nice. Johnson beats Pensacola, runs into Gulf Shores. Yeah, it does. It does. You're right about that, Niels Hahn. Homestead pay $200 taxes on 12 acres they raised this year by 60%. Southern Virginia? Okay. I haven't really looked too much into Southern Virginia, but that's kind of cool. Yep, Gulf Shores is really nice. Yeah, it is really nice. You are correct, Homestead. Yes. No sales tax on gold and silver. Yeah, that's very nice too in Homestead. I don't know why over here in Georgia we tax copper and palladium. So frustrating. But I'll get some through a backdoor method. I'll just have to buy it through a private sale. But I have places I can get it. And I will get it at some point. Yeah, it's too much for me. Give us a link. A link to what, Mr. Bob? I'm not sure what you were asking about. on the link. Could you link my channel for them? Oh, sure, buddy. I'll do that. Let's see if we can. Let's see. I've never really added like a link to a channel, but I suppose we could try, right? Maybe we just. I guess since it's me, maybe it'll let it go through, huh? Well, I guess you can click that. All right, there's Renstock's channel, everyone. If you want to check him out, he's got a really cool channel. Yep, there you go, Mr. Bob, Ren's channel. Definitely check him out, and because I mean, that kid is solid. I'm telling you, I watch his videos. He's got some great thumbnails, some great titles, some great stuff. I mean, he really should grow fairly substantially. Because he's just got. Yeah, you're welcome, Renstocks. You're welcome. Just remember me when you're famous one day, all right? Just remember me when you're famous one day, man. Renstocks. Yeah, so everybody should definitely check out Renstock's channel because he's just got some really cool stuff. He's starting to pick up platinum. He's starting to make videos about it, so he's definitely a cool kid. And he definitely needs all the support he can get so that he can grow and just kind of be successful, because that's what I'd love to see. Someone at that age successful, man, I wish somebody would have taught me right when I was that age. I'd probably be a multi-millionaire by now. But anyways, of course you're going to change my life when platinum takes off. Well, hopefully, Renstocks, hopefully. I do hope so, buddy. Shadowwork said, what's Alcoa going to do once they can't dump toxic waste into our water supply anymore? For once, I'll say thank God for California. Yeah, aluminum prices should soar. Well, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Do what you can to get to know the bigger PM people and do a few interviews, in my opinion. Middle of nowhere, Virginia. Yeah, Renstocks, you and Silver Dragons got me started. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, Silver Dragons is a really cool guy. He's a huge YouTuber at this point. Him and Yankee stack him, but yeah, I kind of got started into stacking through like my grandfather, actually, way back in the day. He used to give me a silver eagle every year for Christmas, and I had no idea what it was. I thought it was $1. But as I got older, I realized that it actually was not just simply $1, and it actually had some value attached to it. So that's how I got into stacking. But yeah, Silver Dragons is a solid dude. He stacks all the silver and stuff like that. But yeah. So keep doing your thing, Renstocks. You'll get there. You'll get there. You will. I'm going to interview Ian of Arc Silver next Sunday on my show. Very nice. Very nice. That'll be a cool interview, Niels Hahn. That'll be very, very cool. Yeah, also, Renstocks, do a lot of reactions and stuff. A lot of people seem to like those videos. I've done a couple here recently, but a lot of people like those reactions. So if you disagree or you agree with someone, you know, like Silver Dragons or even me or whatever, you can simply record a portion of their video and then put it in yours and then talk about it and react to it. I really want to interview people. Maybe future investments in the UK and hopefully Platinum Beast at some point. Yeah, we'll have to set up an interview, man. We'll have to do it. We'll have to set that up. That'd be really cool. I'll also get Ron from Ron's Basement on my show soon. Already talking to him about it. Very nice. Very nice for sure. All right, we still got 12 people watching the stream here, so thank y'all for that. Again, as always, make sure to hit that like button so we can get as many people in here as possible. Always like seeing who shows up on the fly. But we've been streaming for about 54 minutes now, and I think it's been a good stream overall. It's been some good chatter, some good hangout time, some good talking, for sure. Didn't know you had a channel, Neil. Well, check out. Yeah, Niels Hahn is a really cool guy. Everybody should definitely check him out. I wonder if I can get his link in here. Let me see if I can find it. All right. So, well, actually, Link, Small Dream, Big Prepper Ninja. Wow, he's got multiple YouTube channels. Well, how about that? I wouldn't even know where to begin. I am known as the Platinum Guru, LOL, at the Platinum Beast. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you do love platinum. You don't even have any gold at all, so you might even be more of a platinum beast than me, if I'm being honest. For sure, Niels Hahn. You might even be more of a platinum beast than I. But yeah, I'm hoping to get some cool stuff in for y'all to see. Definitely eyeing that flamingo. Definitely want to get one of those in before it is too late. I also like these Argor Horaeus platinum bars. They're pretty cool. This is a 1 grammer that I got on a trade a long while back, but pretty cool nonetheless. So you need Tuli as a mod. Do I really? Platinum and cadmium. Huh. Platinum and cadmium. What in the world is cadmium? I've got over $1 million bought in platinum by others that wanted my advice. Wow. That's incredible, Niels Hahn. That is absolutely phenomenal. Jeez Louise. Maybe do a StreamYard account so you can have Neil and other viewers hop in. Huh. That could be interesting too, yeah. StreamYard. I'll have to take a look into that. I've been trying to find a program that is good for streaming live stuff. I really want to do some screen live streams, kind of like Uncle Sal does. I've wanted to like watch the charts and stuff and just do research and just like if someone says, hey, have you seen this? And I can like Google it right then and there on the live stream. But I haven't figured that out yet. I've looked into like OBS software and stuff like that, but just starting to figure it out. So StreamYard, huh? Yeah, that would be interesting. I'll have to take a look into that. So we can do some of that stuff because that'd be pretty cool. Jump in and out of the stream. That would be interesting. Always been afraid with silver reselling one day. Showing milk spots patina, so I have to put in most time in capsules, inside plastic bags, inside wooden cases, and so on. Good Lord have mercy. That's a lot, but that's pretty cool, man. Platinum 1/10 ounce coins, easier going. More enjoyable just laying around on table and bed if I like. Yeah, platinum doesn't tarnish. It doesn't react to really anything in the world. It is a very hardy metal, and you never have to worry about it really in any case. You can scratch it, I suppose, but the cool thing about platinum is it never actually loses its metal content. You know, when you see old 1933 gold or pre-33 gold and really old Morgans and stuff, when they get worn out, they lose some of their silver content. Like I've got some really worn out Morgans here. And this no longer weighs in silver what it weighed when it was created, right? Because it loses that content over time. Now, for bullion, you're probably not using it as currency, so it's not losing that much. But if you did have, or if you ever saw like some scuffed up platinum for sale, you can rest assured it has the full ounce still in it. Oh yeah, side hustles. What are we talking about here? I'm going to stack platinum like crazy. I've been finding ways to hustle to get more. Yeah, Rin Stocks. Do those hustles, man. Side hustles. Take your profits and buy platinum. That way you do not touch your regular job's paycheck, in my opinion. Well, no offense to Ren Stocks, but I don't think he really has a regular job at this point. But the side hustles are a great way to make some extra cash, especially at your age, that you can stack away into precious metals. Do that, and don't be like me and most young people and just waste your money on dumb stuff. All right. I mean, it's okay to splurge a little bit and spend a little bit of money on yourself, but always have that stack going, right? Because before long, you never know where you'll be at. Like I said, I just reached an ounce in Perth Mint, 1/10 ounces, and I started with 1, and it was boring to get to that 10, buying the same coin constantly. But I'm at an ounce, and I have a full ounce. Yeah, dividends are a solid income stream, especially for someone at your age, Ren Stocks. How can we test our platinum and palladium? Oh yeah, I know Niels Hahn. I know. I was just letting, or I was just kind of mentioning it. How can we test our platinum and palladium? Okay, so platinum and palladium is very, especially platinum. It's very hard to fake. I know I've had people comment below or comment on the channel saying, "Oh, what about tungsten and all this?" It's not the same. It's not the same. So if you look up the dimensions of the coin that you are buying and you look up the weight, well, you should know the weight. It's probably printed on it. But if you look up the dimensions and you know the weight in troy ounces and you weigh it and you measure it, there's no other metal on earth that can match it. Now, tungsten can match gold, but nothing can match platinum. If you take all the measurements, right, the thickness, the width or diameter or whatever, and you weigh it, right? There's nothing that can really match it. There's some stuff that can get very close. And so because of room for error, you can kind of do some other things like weight or I forget what it's called. It's like a zero gravity thing in water. You can test it that way. You can use an XRF or a Sigma Metalytics verifier. Both of those can be sort of tricked, but they're solid additions to your testing realm. And if you don't have those tools, typically you can go to an LCS or a pawn shop, and they will have those tools, and they will be able to test it for you. And they'll probably do it for free just to get you in the door looking at all their inventory. Holy cow, 13. What, 13 people watching the stream? Oh, no, Ren Stocks is 13. Yeah, I know, Niels Hahn, I know. I know. That's what I said, Niels Hahn. That's what I said. I'd be a multimillionaire if I started at 13. I would be an absolute baller. I wasted so much money and so much time from 13 to probably like 23. So that extra decade I could have had, and really further than 23, but 13 to 23, I didn't save a single dime. So that's why I really want Ren Stocks to grow and blow up as far as being a YouTube channel is I really want him to be successful. I want him to, even though I don't even really know him or anything, I guess through him live what I wish I lived, and probably all of us lived. I'm hitting a happy spot for stacking. Going to have to make second upgrade to bigger treasure chest. Nice, Homestead Aquarius. Very nice. Very nice. You won already at Ren Stocks. Yeah, he's already winning. He's already outdoing all of us. And especially as the generations get worse and worse over time. I mean, I'm part of the millennial generation, but you know, the generations don't seem to be getting any better as we go on. And he's down there barely at the end of Gen Z or at the beginning of Gen Alpha, and like, dude's already gonna be everyone's boss later in life, if you will. So it's great. It's great stuff. Platinum Beast, I got to go do chores so I can go to a dance tonight. Thank you so much for the stream. Yeah, thank you, Ren Stocks. Thank you. I appreciate it, my man. And I'm sure we'll be talking soon. We'll be getting together soon for an interview or something like that. We'll figure it out. But good job on continuing the stacking journey, and thanks for stopping by the stream, my friend. Homestead Aquarius said, Ren Stocks rock on, little brother. You're doing great. Yep, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. I'll be uploading some platinum videos soon. Very nice, very nice. Shadow Work, thanks, Platinum Beast. Yeah, you're welcome, Shadow Work. You're welcome, Ren Stocks. Well, I wasted investment time from 13 to 45. You're still lucky. Yeah, I'm in my 30s. I got a few years to rock and roll a bit. I'm still in a decent place. I'm not too worried about it. I'm glad I started now rather than when I'm much, much older. I will do what I can to help him get interviews with some big PM people if he is serious. Yeah, he's a solid dude, Niels Hahn. You definitely got to go check out his channel because that kid is something else. I tell you what, that kid is really going places, big places, I think. For me, every night is Friday night and every next day is Saturday. Very nice, Gold and Silver. Not a bad approach, I suppose. Not a bad approach at all. We got about 10 people watching right now. We haven't really grown or blown up the stream. Haven't had a stream really take off, though. Maybe one day we'll have that happen, but it's really just kind of us chilling together and having a good time. I'm 0 for 5. 0 for 5? Is that what you're saying, Shadow Work? I'm 0 for 5, or you're out? Are you seeing this later? It's called retirement. Oh, wait. Gold and silver. Gold and silver for me every night is Friday night and every night. Hey, retirement's a solid place to be at, man. Nothing wrong with that, gold and silver. One day I hope to be where you're at, and I hope to be stacked to the max. Niels Hahn, I am the Economic Ninjas moderator. I might ask him. Well, that'd be kind of cool. I'm sure he'd really like to interview someone from the much younger generation. That's for sure. All right. So, I'm a metal millennial. Yeah, same here, Shadow Work, same here. Metal millennials. There's like 4 of us in existence. But we're here and we're stacking. No, I'm just kidding. But I haven't really met anyone in my own life that stacks. Every YouTuber would like to interview the younger stackers. Oh, I know, right? That'd be golden entertainment. Hopefully, I can get the only thing I have with Ren stocks is him being the age he is. I'm a little hesitant. I'd have to get like parents' permission and stuff like that, because obviously that can create a sort of interesting situation. But I don't think that would be too hard to get. Neil, are you serious? I love the Economic Ninja. That is awesome. Tell Ninja to suck it up, Buttercup. LOL. He cries so much. I got Ninja to buy 20 ounces of platinum. Very nice. Very nice. God bless the young stackers. Yes, indeed. Gold and silver. Ooh, we got Peter Pun 482. How you going? How you got into stacking? How did I get into stacking, Peter Pun? So I don't think I have any. I don't have any silver eagles with me on the table right here, but my grandfather, actually growing up from basically my birth until he basically died, used to give me an entire ounce of silver for every birthday and Christmas. He'd give me like a envelope with money and gift cards and an ounce of silver. Now I never knew what the silver was really. It just said US $1 on it. Obviously this is a maple, so don't come at me. But it said US $1 on it, and so I just thought it was like a silver dollar. I thought it was just like a coin that nobody used anymore. It was a silver eagle. And that was back when silver was like $5 an ounce, so I'm sure he wasn't spending too much on that. But he used to give me a silver eagle for Christmas and birthday every single year, and I used to just put them in like a drawer or something. I didn't really hold much thought into it. But then when I got older, I was like, what is this all about? What are these things? And I realized they were silver eagles, pure silver. And they had a value attached to them, and that value went up. And then I slowly started to investigate and do more and more research, and I found out about gold and platinum and all that stuff. So that's why I stack all 3 of them. But after all the research I've done, platinum seemed like the best metal to stack in my opinion. So that's why I decided to focus in on it and to make my entire YouTube channel based around it. How you got to stack it, Neil Hunter? Was this like a year ago? I don't think I remember he saying he bought it. Yes, I remember that. Ebola got me stacking. Well, that's a solid reason to start stacking gold and silver. Shadow Work, North Carolina here, Beast. Oh, very nice, very nice. I think you had mentioned I had named your city in the last live stream, so I figured it was one of those 3, New Orleans, Charlotte, or Atlanta. I'm actually down here in Atlanta. So, yeah. But that's cool, though, Shadow Work. I like North Carolina. I've been up there quite a few times, mostly to go to, like, the Carowinds theme park. That's a fun little place. Much better than what we got down here. But that's cool, man. Nice. My grandfather's a coin collector. Very cool, Peter Pun. Very cool. He got it in the high 800s. Wow, Niels Hahn. That's still a solid price. Peter Pun said, that's how I got into stacking too. Very nice, Peter Pun. Very nice. I think that's how a lot of I don't know your age, Peter Pun, but a lot of the younger people get into stacking is typically they have someone they're related to. Either parents or grandparents try to influence them and sort of plant a seed by giving them a little bit here, a little bit there, and hope that it slowly grows into something. So that's basically how I got into it. And I assume one day if I'm ever a grandparent or even just a parent, I too will be doing the same thing. Colloidal silver is your only protection. Interesting, gold and silver. Shadowworks said, holler if there's any coin shows to do a meetup. Never been to one. Yeah, we've got a little bit of stuff going on here and there every once in a while. I think there's a monthly like Atlanta show, but I don't think it's very big, and I haven't been myself. But yeah, I'll definitely keep you in mind to do that for sure. Platinum is no less than 25% of its true price right now. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Nils Hahn. We're really looking at low bottom dollar prices, and it just can't hold there forever. My first was a 96 Eagle gifted. Still got it in the capsule and box, but lost the COA. Well, hey, that's pretty cool, though. 96 Eagle. Um, at least you have yours. I don't have any of mine anymore. Unfortunately, when I was a little kid and I had saved up about 10 or 12 of those things, those Silver Eagles, I thought they were dollars. So I went into a gas station as a kid and bought like a toy for like 12 bucks with 12 Silver Eagles. The cashier was just smiling and his eyes were all big. I had no idea. But I never made that mistake again. but uh, but yeah, so that was unfortunate. But that, I mean, that was back in like the 90s or whatever. So um, silver wasn't worth what it is now. So maybe I lost like 40, 50 bucks or something back then. But if I held on to them till now, I'd be looking pretty nice. I'm looking at land between Atlanta and Birmingham along Highway 20 at Platinum Beach. Oh, very nice, very nice. I don't live far from 20 at all. There's, I've never really looked at that area that much. Uh, I assume you're talking out past. Wait, between Atlanta and Birmingham. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a solid place to be in between those two cities. I definitely stick on the Alabama side of the line because of property taxes personally, but 20 is not a bad road to be off of because it almost goes dang near all the way across the country. So that's a pretty solid road. And it goes all the way out to Charleston, so that's pretty cool. Gold and silver, U.S. patent 5,139,684 does the same for the blood supply. Interesting. Users silver or palladium or platinum. Homestead Aquarius, that is terrible. The cashier took advantage of a kid. Yeah, that's true. The cashier should have said like, nah, like we shouldn't really take that, but I don't know. I guess he was just okay with taking advantage of a kid. I mean, I was like a little kid too. It was rough. Years later, when I thought back about it, I was like, I shouldn't have used those Silver Eagles to buy that toy. I'm looking at over 200 acres. Wow, that's incredible. 200 acres is a nice little plot of land for sure. You'd be set anywhere in Alabama or in Georgia, really, but you're really going to start paying property taxes like out the wazoo. Atlanta likes to pretend it goes all the way basically to Alabama. Did you once try to recycle platinum melting process and so on? I've never looked at recycling platinum or dove into that process, but that would be probably pretty interesting to do some research on and make a video about. I think that taking a look into what that entails could be interesting and something that the viewers might enjoy. I also would probably enjoy checking that out as well. So that could be an interesting video to make. Gold and Silver said download and read the patent. Okay. Shadowwork said when I was 13, my uncle started an investing firm, and when he was selling my parents on an account, I asked to open an IRA. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Very, very cool. At 13 years old. Wow. Yeah, that's one thing. If I ever have kids, I will definitely be teaching them about investing. If they get an allowance, half of it's going into, a Roth IRA or something like that. And I'm just I'll let them, or I'll show them how stuff works, and I'll kind of give them a little bit of opportunity to pick and choose stuff. But I definitely want them investing at an early age. No one taught me about that. I had to teach myself everything I know about investing in my 20s. So, and now I'm in my 30s. So, yeah. Wish I had learned in my teens. Treadle said, seems to be more difficult to recycle platinum. Yeah, it is. It has a higher melting temperature, a lot higher. Yeah. In fact, that's one of the reasons why it never really took off in history. Yes, they did use it here and there. We talked about that in the last live stream, but I can only assume it never really took off from a historical standpoint as money and a metal you wanted because people couldn't do anything with it because they didn't have the technology to melt it that high. So it does have a lot higher melting point than silver and gold, but that makes it for it or makes for an interesting metal that is one of the sturdiest and hardest in the world, almost like a diamond but in metal form. Now, not completely, obviously, but you get what I'm saying. Interesting article when you have time to read about recycling platinum. I'll have to do that. I will have to check that out, Treatle. Thanks for sharing that. Actually, that reason is the platinum, or that is why platinum got its name from the Spanish. Yeah. You're right. We talked about that in the last stream, Niels Hahn. but yeah. So we're starting to lose some people here. I don't know if somebody else is starting to stream or what, but we'll probably wrap it up here in a few minutes. I won't go yet, but if y'all have anything else you'd like to ask me, feel free to do that. Oh, shadow work. You oh yeah, okay. All right. Actually, that reason is why platinum got its name. Yep, in 1825 through 1845, Russia had 4 platinum coins circulated as currency. Too bad we didn't have a global economy back then. Yeah. Well, didn't they also have palladium? Was that only platinum? Did they ever do palladium coins? I know they had the ballerina, but that was a bullion coin. I don't know. I guess that was platinum, wasn't it? The platinum rubles, was that what it was? I've seen those for sale a time or two on eBay. But platinum ruble. Platinum ruble. Let's see. Yeah. The platinum rubles. The 3 and the 5 and the 10, I think it was. That's a pretty cool little coin, if I'm being honest. Yeah, definitely interesting. Looks like there's one on eBay, a 3 ruble platinum coin, extremely fine, 40. That'd be kind of cool to have one of the first ever platinum currencies ever to be minted to actually be used as money. Not to my knowledge. Yeah, I don't think it was palladium. I think it was platinum. Yeah, I think you are right. It was platinum that was used for the money. In 1825, not to my knowledge. Platinum coins only. Yeah, platinum. That'd be interesting to use platinum as actual money coin. They really, I don't understand why we don't use. Oh my goodness, Shadowwork gave a $10 super sticker. Thank you, Shadowwork. Wow. I appreciate that, my friend. What is that, a little potato guy or a pear? Thank you. Thank you for saying thank you, Shadowwork. I do appreciate that. Man, y'all are too generous to me. I tell you what, y'all are always so generous. Thank you so much, Shadowwork. I appreciate that, bud. It does. I am interested or curious as to why we don't use precious metals in our money anymore. I know it costs money, but I feel like that would make our dollar the strongest in the world. I mean, oh my goodness, Neil Hans dropping the $2 buy silver, platinum, and crystallized osmium. Thank you for that super chat, Niels Hahn. I appreciate that so very much, man. Y'all both are just phenomenal, right? Every stream it seems like y'all drop super chats and stuff like that, and I'm just a little guy out here. I don't have a billion followers or anything. I'm just kind of chilling and having fun. But y'all always drop the super chats, and I always appreciate that so very much. So thank you. It really helps out the channel quite a bit. But it does surprise me that we don't use precious metals for our coinage anymore. It'd be kind of nice if we did. I mean, I get why we don't. We were taking off the gold standard and stuff like that. But imagine if we used platinum as actual money, right? It'd be interesting. It'd probably be a hole in everyone's pocket because of how heavy it is. Shadowwork with the thumbs up smile, thumbs up. Thank you, Shadowwork. Appreciate that, my friend. But yeah, y'all. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Platinum coins should be circulated as a $20,000 coin. Yeah. Well, that would be interesting. That would be very interesting. I guess if you really think about it, these 1/10 ounce coins, they're about like what, a dime or so, maybe. So you could probably make that. Well, actually, it's $200. Well, yeah, that would be kind of interesting and confusing these days, wouldn't it? Because you'd have to. It'd be it'd be so astronomically small to have small face currency. But I guess with inflation, people are talking about how $100 is like a dollar back in the day, right? $100 doesn't mean anything. $100 when I was a kid, it's like, oh, you got $100 bill. Wow, you're rich. Now it's like, oh, you have $100 bill. You can do like one thing with that. Like you're not using that for an entire weekend. You're using that for an entire meal at a half decent restaurant. So, so yeah. So that could be interesting. What's $1 trillion 1 ounce platinum coin going to mean for all of our $100 Eagles? I don't really know, and I don't really think they're going to do that. But yeah, that was interesting when they were talking about doing that, wasn't it? That was very, very interesting. It's been a fun stream. Thank you, Homestead Aquarius. Thank you. Yeah, we're about to wrap up here. I'll probably run it for a few more minutes, but I do appreciate everyone who stopped by and checked it out. It has been fun just hanging out and having a good time with y'all. I do appreciate it. Bring your friends next time. I'd love to see some new people pop in. Although I love seeing y'all as well. Don't get me wrong. Y'all are great. Y'all always bring in good content and good questions and stuff like that. So thank you for that. Niels Hahn said, high dollar purchases only. Yep. Yeah. That's what I was thinking about. I've asked myself that question a lot, Shadow Work. Yeah, that is pretty funny, right? It'd actually be pretty funny if they minted $1 trillion coin and then they minted a like a commemorative, not face value, or just like they took off the face value and minted the thing as like a medal or something that looks exactly like the 1,000. Just, oh my goodness, that'd be hilarious. See you later, Tradle. I do appreciate you stopping by and checking out the channel and the live stream today. Thank you, Niels Hahn. I do appreciate that. I appreciate all the support all y'all bring. Even if it's just a like, even if it's just a comment, I appreciate y'all, everybody who supports my channel, and especially Shadow Work and Niels Hahn. Y'all are great. Y'all always drop them super chats and stickers and stuff like that. So thank you for that. But yeah, y'all, we'll probably wrap it up here. It's getting kind of late and I'm getting a little bit winded, but thanks everyone for stopping by. Be sure to stay on the lookout for future live streams. I'm sure we'll have more of them. Hopefully I can get some software that can help us do some creative things with these streams. But thanks for stopping by, everybody. And thanks for all those who contributed to the live stream and the chat. Be sure to hit the like button on your way out if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. And with all that being said, until next time, we'll see y'all.